Okay, working with scatter plots today. So you should have this piece of paper with your notes. You should have your community supplies, and you should have your interactive notebooks out. So the first thing you're cutting out is the title of scatter plot. When you have that cut out in your interactive notebook on page 15, you are gluing it to the top of your page. So page 15, top of your notebook, gluing it in. The next part you're cutting out is where it says distance to school in miles, length of commute in minutes, and then the graph, cutting the whole thing out on the solid line. And you are gluing that still on page 15 right under the title. And then the last thing you're cutting out is your types of association. You are not cutting the solid lines in between. You're cutting the solid lines all the way around. So again, gluing that all behind it at the bottom of your notebook page. Okay, so you should have those three things in your notes. I'll give you a minute. Just put your scraps on the side. Okay, so back at the top, scatter plots. A graph with points plotted to show the relationship between two sets of data. So we're going to construct our scatter plot. So they've already given us the graph, they've already given us the information. So if we look at the bottom, along our x-axis is our distance in miles, along our y-axis is the commute time. So my distance to school in miles is 1, so along my x I'm going to 1, and then I'm going up to 5, and I'm placing a dot. My next one is 3, 5, so I go over to 3, up to 5, place a dot. 5, 10, go over to 5, up to 10. 6, 12, over to 6, up to 12. 2 to 4, 3 to 6, 7, all the way up to 15. So that is how you construct a scatter plot. Now when we're looking at scatter plots, there's three types of association. There is the positive association, the negative association, and no association. So if you're looking at the positive association, most of the dots are going in an upwards pattern, so it would be positive. On the negative, most of them are going down. So there's your negative association. On no association, they're all scattered around. There's no pattern that you can justify from it, so it is considered no association. Okay. Open to page 2 in your notebook. Let's fill out your table of contents. So today is 10/19, where we did scatter plots, and we were on page 15 in your notebook. Okay, so now I want to look at some examples before I turn you loose on your homework. So looking at number 1, positive, negative, or no correlation. Correlation and association are the same thing. So this one is calling it a correlation. So positive, negative, or no correlation. Well, it starts out here, and then it starts to go up, so I would call it a positive correlation. Number 2, what do you think? Positive, negative, or no correlation? I would say it is a no correlation. They're all scattered around. Number 3, positive, negative, or no correlation? I'd call it a positive correlation. Number 4, positive, negative, no correlation. Negative. Number 5, positive, negative, no correlation. Negative. And number 6, positive, negative, no correlation. No correlation. Okay, let's try a couple other ones. Again, you do not need to be copying these into your notes, just following along. Number 1, positive, negative, or no correlation. I would say it's a no correlation. They're all scattered around, you can't figure it out. Number 2, positive, negative, or no correlation. That would be a negative. Number 3, positive, negative, or no correlation. Positive. Number 4, positive, negative, or no correlation. Positive. Number 5, positive, negative, or no correlation. Negative. And number 6, positive, negative, no correlation. No correlation. Okay, so on your worksheet today, it is a front and back 20 questions. You have to identify, is it positive, negative, or no correlation. Okay, so if the dots are going up, it's going to be a positive. If they're going down, negative. If they're kind of scattered, no correlation.